these are all the theatrically released Superman actors ranked. Starting off with the bottom, we have George Reeves. He's not a terrible Superman by any standards. It's just that he's past 70 years and there have been several interpretations of the character that have evolved since that point. Brandon Routh, I think, is the most underrated, but it's not truly his fault. It really has to do with the fact that he had Christopher Reeve's shadow looming over him throughout the entire production of Superman Returns. He was never really allowed to truly be his own Superman, which sucks because I think he could have been a fantastic Superman. And the movie that he was in was also kind of a little bit darker and also didn't really allow for him to be a true continuation of that version if they were going to go in that direction. This next one on the list, I really had to debate whether I was going to place him here, especially since I love this actor. But next up, it's gotta be Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill, for the longest time, was my Superman, and he was the version of the character that got me into the character and got me into Superman media. But that being said, since I got into Superman media, I realized that after Man of Steel, which I still think is a phenomenal film that just happens to have Superman in there, I do think that the direction they went in with the character after that point with Batman vs Superman, so forth, was not Superman whatsoever. Snyder had a very different take on the character, which was much more of a dark, gritty version of the character, who had a lot of Jesus symbolism more than actually focusing on him being a beacon of hope. And none of it had to do with Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill was great himself. It's just that, much like Brandon Routh, the material that he was given just didn't allow him to live up to his full potential. Next up is David Cornsweet. David Cornsweet is truly the Superman animated series brought to the 2020s. Being kind is the new punk rock. This Superman is very kind, he's very caring. He wants to save people, he wants to do good, and the material that this actor was given and what they ran with was essentially Superman to me for the most part. And they had the fundamentals of the character down. I just wish that in the future maybe they make him a little bit less jokey in some instances. But for some reason, number one just cannot be overcome, and that's Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve was the set standard for a while, and that's because they already got Superman perfect with their first true theatrical release. Christopher Reeve is peak Superman, and I don't think we've gotten an interpretation that's been able to outclass him yet.